What is up, gents? We got a late night upload today. We're going to look into ICP, but before we do start, big news has just been announced. Ceasefire. This is great for everybody. Iran and Israel are entering a complete ceasefire. Okay, you guys have been seeing what's been going on in the world. It's been back and forth. It's not been good at all. And just like that, markets could be ready to turn around. Now, I did post this earlier today and I said, just a reminder, Bitcoin doesn't care about war FUD. It doesn't care about any FUD. It never has, and it most likely never will. And if you really did believe that World War III was about to start, then you should definitely hold Bitcoin, not the other way around, right? Someone left me a comment on one of the videos and they made such a great point. You know, a lot of people forget why they do get into crypto, right? They forget about how much of a scam fiat is, okay? They get into it for volatility, and then they can't handle the volatility, right? If you're in the market for upward volatility, I always say you got to expect it to the downside. Now, it's not great because a lot of our altcoins got absolutely smashed, and some of them printed new lows, still haven't really got going yet, right? You're seeing some of the top coins, even things like Sol and ADA, still quite far down, but things like ETH holding up pretty well. This is 2.8k literally a few days ago, right? 2.4k, probably going to be 2.5 soon. Bitcoin hovering around 106k, and all of these coins are up like 18% from yesterday, 20%, 10%, 7%, right? From yesterday, a lot of them are still down over 7 days. But if we do just start to get more bullish news coming into June or coming into July even, then, you know, things can turn around very quickly. And it's crazy how in the time of fear, all of this negative stuff comes out, guys. Everybody wants to sell. And I know that there's going to be a bunch of you watching the video right now that probably did sell, or you were on the brink of selling yesterday, because I was looking at my portfolio and I didn't like what I saw either. So I know there's going to be a lot of people who maybe aren't as seasoned, aren't as in control of their emotions, that probably would have acted very emotionally yesterday, and they're gonna start to panic buy back in today. But should we? I'm not too sure, guys, but one thing that is positive is the fact that we did find our support at 97k, as we said in the video earlier today. Sorry, it's so late right now and I'm so tired, but I had to come and speak to you guys. We have got big shorts piling up at around 109 to 110k, which is still technically gonna be a lower high, right? So maybe Bitcoin over the coming weeks does start to pump up to around 109, 108-ish K, right? And then it has another pullback. Only time's going to tell. But something I did cover earlier in today's video was this, saying, is it really that simple for altcoins? July the 1st, historically over the past 2 runs, has been where we've seen quite a big push for altcoins, and that we're not going to be staying in Bitcoin season forever, right? We've been in here for quite a long time, pretty much all of 2025. We've been in here 6 months of absolutely nothing, pain, drawdowns, people capitulating, people losing money in leverage positions, right? Is this going to stay down here forever now, or are we going to get one of these eventual spikes up which we can sell into? I think we'll get a spike up which we can sell into, and Bitcoin is still hovering around the all-time high, right? If we can close our weekly candle above this high, above 104k, that's going to be great for the price of Bitcoin, right? We're going to be doing really, really good. Again, we can't get too ahead of ourselves because we still are technically in a downtrend on the weekly. All you got to do is go to the daily chart and you can see that clear as day here, still technically in some sort of downtrend here. We'll even change our colors on the chart. Is that going to change it? Boom, right? Let's get rid of all these lines as well. You guys can see we've really got a push above here, we've got a push above here, and then we've got a push above here to go into the next period of price discovery. But have we just swept the lows, found key support, and are ready to rumble again, guys? Well, we could be, and when you look at ICP, you guys wanted an ICP video today. We've come down all the way to this order block on the daily, which was around $4, right? When we were up here at around $6, we said we could have a pretty big pullback, right? Maybe back to around $5. We went a little bit lower. We're back at around $5 now. We've got 2 order blocks, which I really wouldn't like to see us retest. But again, if Bitcoin has another dump, right? We all know how the news articles can come out one day bullish, the next day bearish. But we do have an order block to be filled here at around 190 billion. So from where we are today, guys, that is still about 17% to 22, 23% drawdown for others pairs, which ICP does fall into, and we still have to break above this massive order block between 250 billion and 300 billion for us to really say, right, altcoins are going to start to get going. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves right now, guys, because I know I'm going to go onto Twitter later and everyone's going to say bull runs back, we're going to new all-time highs. But remember, Bitcoin still needs to do its thing. Bitcoin still has order blocks lower at around 90k to around 86k, all the way down to 76k. So 3 big levels of support. Are we going to try and tag this order block? I'd hope not, because then altcoins most likely will print new lows. But for ICP, I mean, ICP on the Bitcoin pair, not looking too good. And then when you zoom out, we did lose that key support, guys. So eyes on the prize is going to be to regain this yellow line, right? All of you guys need to draw up your charts. Make sure you're tracking it for yourself. If we can regain this yellow line, which is going to be just above $5, and then we have a breakout, this is going to be the breakout that all of us have been waiting for God knows how long, right? It's been since the beginning of the year, since December. Imagine that, December, we were at $15. Today, we're back at $5. Are you buying? I know a lot of you guys have been buying. You've been leaving me comments in the comment section. But look how close we are to the apex, guys, right? It's always at the apex where people capitulate. I've seen it so many times. Don't let it be you guys. So again, if you're worried about the market, if you're worried about your positions, best thing that you can do right now, it's just let it be. If you think altcoin season is going to happen, then you shouldn't really have too much to do, guys, apart from sit on your hands and wait. If you think altcoin season isn't happening, you better get out of the market. So again, we'll keep our eyes on the prize for ICP at around $5. If we can recapture it, going to be super bullish. If we can break out of around $5.40, again, super bullish. But then all the way to $6.35 is going to be a big level of resistance. And then you've got the order block between 7 and 8. So that's it, guys. It's just a quick update from me to you. Sorry the energy's a bit low. I'm absolutely knackered. But I want to say, could be round the corner from some super bullish news coming out. Great to see the ceasefire is looking very likely. You guys let me know what you think is going to happen in the market tomorrow. I'm seeing you in the next one. Peace.